Hey guys, welcome back to the start of today's video. We're on our way to get some fuel clamps. I just had the biggest tickle in my throat, so that's why my eyes are watering. I'm sorry. Today, we will be finally working on the Chaser, getting it sorted. We're on the way to pick up some fuel clamps. You need very specific clamps on E85 fuel lines, so we're gonna pick up some special clamps. The way that they work is as the clamp tightens, it contacts every single bit of the hose. So we're gonna pick some of them up, and we're also gonna get a fuel filter as well for the JZX100 because I've just installed injectors, a new fuel pressure regulator, and I don't want to have an old fuel filter going straight to the new 1000cc injectors. I'd rather just, put a new fuel filter in and just everything new's good. That's what you're gonna do. That's what you're gonna do. All right, let's go. I will be right back. We're back. We've got some clamps and some fuel filters. One fuel filter. Hell yeah, baby. You can see where these clamps differ from regular clamps. They don't tighten on place where the clamp contacts the hose. It tightens up at the top. Leaves you less room, but you don't really need it when these things are so small anyway. So we're back at home now. I'm gonna show you exactly what Tristan got for us. He got us some fittings, and we're gonna use these fittings to put on the flex fuel sensor and chuck that in the engine bay somewhere. Just down here, I'm probably just gonna zip tie it to the brake lines or the AC line or something like that, so it's just facing somewhere down, I think this way. The standard hose is gonna go over this, and we're gonna put just one of our new clamps on there, and we've got this man to help us.
The line expert.
I'm not entirely sure if we can prime the fuel system without plugging every single electrical sensor back in. So I'm gonna just YOLO it, and we're gonna connect as much as we can be bothered putting together, and then turn the key, not all the way, not to start it, just to build some fuel pressure, and hopefully it fires up the pump, and we can just look at the reading on the fuel pressure regulator, which of course has a gauge as well. So yeah, we're gonna also replace the fuel filter too. Let's see how we go. I don't know how well you can see me, but this is where the fuel filter is located. Lachlan, get a shot right in there, bruh. You see that? Fuel filter. Can you see that? Can I see that? Yeah, it's in a really convenient spot. It's literally under the car. You got plenty of room, unlike most Nissans where they put them in the engine bay. So yeah, it's just a couple of 10 mils, 14 mil on the nut, two 14 mils on either side of the filter. And yeah. Lachlan and I are now going to, because it's a two-man job when you don't have the right tools, as I've given Tristan back his tools. Can you leave me alone, please? Oh shit, my camera's gonna fall. So what we're doing now is we're connecting the 90-degree bend on the braided line, and then I'm gonna match this up and line it up and chop it, and then put another fitting on the end of this, another 90-degree line going down. What we need to do is we need to tighten these two AN fittings down together. Actually, this is the AN, this is the fitting that goes into the hose. And because, yeah, we don't have a vise, we're gonna have to use just normal wrenches. I don't really care if I scratch them too much. I'm not really fussed, you can't even see it. So it is what it is. Move your finger up. Yeah.
Love the smell of burnt rubber.
It's probably not a smart idea having it connected,
Probably not.
because I saw something shoot up through here.
Do that again. You gotta pretend you're blowing a trumpet.
No, fuck you. So here's our second line that Lachlan and I have made together. It's a 90-degree on both ends, and that's gonna go underneath the fuel pressure regulator and straight down to the flex fuel sensor. Quick break. I hear a Sylvia coming up the road. Woo-hoo-hoo. Damn! Damn! What happened to Stockies for life, dude?
I don't know, they just weren't cutting it.
Damn! You've got some new wheels. CE28s, I believe. CE28s.
What CE28s?
I don't know.
SL.
CE28SL. Oh, he's got our fuel filter for us. Cheers, bruh. How much do I owe you? 26?
I know what you're going through. All the funny stuff that's going through your head now. I know it's hard to shake off the dress.
Thank you, kind sir.
They didn't have, you can't get the leaves.
Don't tell them I got a chai, bro.
Can I have a look? You got a soy boy latte.
We had to jack the car up from the front to make sure there wasn't any fuel leaks coming from just over where the return line goes through, because if the car isn't jacked up, then the fuel comes down because of gravity, So now we've got no fuel leaks and we can play around with this hose. So here's the Link flex fuel sensor and how it's going to sit in there. So the flex fuel sensor is going to come down to this soft line. There's a barb that goes in right through to the line. And this goes in the factory location where the return is. And then we have a 90 degree to 90 degree. This is going to sit somewhere like this, and that's going to go to the bottom of the fuel pressure regulator. So that's the little setup we have there. Then we can have the sensor pointing. We also have the sensor pointing up so that when we do need to wire in the sensor, we can, you know, easily just plug it on. Here is our little contraption. Just a bunch of different fittings, all from Raceworks, thanks of course to Tristan. So yeah, we're getting there, we're getting somewhere. Hey guys, so it's the next day now. We've got everything plumbed up and ready to go. I've finally installed the flex fuel sensor. Now all the lines are in there now. I'm super proud because it seems like, I don't know, there shouldn't be any leaks if we've done everything right, and I'm pretty sure I've done everything right. We still need to zip tie the flex fuel sensor just to there's like a little bracket just down below there. Don't think I'll be able to get the camera down deep enough there, but just trust me. So what we need to do now is connect 2 pins on the diagnostics port, which is obviously moved out the way and a bit harder to access now that the fuel pressure regulator is here. Then we'll be able to turn the ignition and then the fuel pump will stay running. I'm not gonna plug any of this stuff up, so there's just a bunch of stuff that's disconnected. So hopefully when we turn the ignition over, everything runs and there's no leaks. So I'll be looking out for leaks. That's the main thing. I'm speaking like I know exactly what to do. I don't. PJ's been helping me behind the scenes. He's been texting me and I've been asking him a lot of questions on what I need to do. So thank you, PJ. PJ's knowledge of these engines, incredible, because like I just asked him, is this at work? I just messaged him like, oh, what pins do I need to ground out on the diagnostics port? And he's just like, yep, ground this one and this one, and then turn the ignition. Yeah, the man knows everything. Wizard. Thanks, PJ. I really hope there's no leaks. Oh, just cut my glove. Ah, scary moment. Putting the battery back on. Oh, I guess I've got the key in the ignition. That scared the hell out of me. Oh my god. Yeah, good one, Rex. You have to ground FP and B plus. I think it is, yeah, plus B, FP and plus B. I won't be able to show you because it's all down in there. And then we turn the ignition on and we see what happens. And if we get a fuel leak, then we cry FP and B plus. See what happens. Okay, here we go. Pretty nervous. I hear the pump running actually. Oh, looks like we've got fuel pressure. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right, sick. I don't know what that means, but I'm just gonna go walk around the car and make sure there's no leaks. I think we're good. Sick. So I double checked, I went around the whole car, checked the fuel filter, checked everything that I've done, everything I've touched, like the spark plugs, the end of the rail and the front of the rail. And it doesn't look like we have any leaks, which is big. It's big news. That means we can successfully make some fuel lines, which is awesome. It's reading 63 PSI, 62 PSI. So what we're gonna do is adjust it while we're here so that we can, PJ did say that the tuner will adjust the fuel pressure regulator if anything. I'll turn the key and I'll try to adjust this thing. I don't know how we're gonna do it, but yeah, I'm gonna turn the key and you'll see the fuel pressure regulator jump up to 62 PSI. (40, 50), that's about, yeah, 45 PSI right there, so yeah. Easy. a little break, went upstairs, just chilled because I've been working on this thing for hours now. We're finally done putting everything back together. It's all ready to go, ready for the intercooler to go back on. There's still a few things that we need to do in the engine bay, but for now, the main hard stuff is done. So having a look down here, you've already got to look at what it's like, but I put a zip tie in there. I made it yellow because I don't know, it looks cool. But it's all down there. It's very sturdy, as you can see, and everything seems to be right. We still need to, of course, run a vacuum line from the fuel pressure regulator down to a vacuum source, which we'll definitely sort out soon. But we've got the throttle body back on, everything's ready to go. The next thing we're gonna do in today's video is start removing the back seats, getting ready to put the fuel pump in. So we're gonna be running with a Walbro 525, and I decided to go with the 525 over the 460 because the 525 is newer. This is a genuine one from Golby's. And I've installed many fuel pumps before, but I've never installed one where you have to wire it up. Essentially what you need to do is wire in the fuel pump directly to the battery. And how you do that is, of course, with a relay. So you can't have this thing constantly going, because if it was connected directly to the battery, you know, it'd be constantly on and drain your battery. So yeah, you gotta run a relay. I have no idea how to do this. And it's the same situation with the fuel pressure regulator and flex fuel sensors and all the lines. I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm gonna learn. So I've got people coming around to come help me. PJ, please come around. He's gonna come around, maybe look at the work. So I'm gonna attempt it myself and have someone check over everything, because of course you don't want anything to do with sparks next to fuel. We don't want to short anything out. And I do have some knowledge, but not a crazy amount when it comes to a relay and a fuel pump. Enough blabbering. Let's get these seats out, because that's where the fuel pump is. Pretty simple to remove these seats. You just sort of yank up on them. I'll show you what I mean. I'm overexposed as hell. Anyway, you just sort of like, oh, it's not even freaking connected in on that side. All right. There we go. There's just a couple of 10 mils around here. So there's, well, one that's supposed to be there. One over here. There's about 4. And then this thing should come out. So the fuel pump is located right over here, just behind this little plastic cover. It looks like you're supposed to spin it off with a special tool, but I can assure you it's literally just some silicone from the videos that I've watched. So I'm gonna pry it out. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. So there you guys go. We have access to the top hat of the fuel pump, and we're gonna start removing this in another video. But we're also just coming here to quickly inspect where we can route the wires to the front of the engine to get to the battery. And this is where we're gonna run them, just down the side here through the carpet, just like on the other side. Maybe we'll go this side, I don't know. Oh, I need to step out of here. Anyway guys, thank you so much for tuning into today's video. Slow progress, I know, but progress, that's the main thing. We're moving somewhere which is mad, considering I know absolutely shit all when it comes to this. But when I do this in the future, next time, I'll be a professional. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you in the next one. See you later. Peace out.